How's it going, guys? My name is Nick, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to Investing Engineered. I'm here to talk to you today about the 4 wealth generators of real estate and how you can utilize these to your advantage to build long-lasting wealth well into the future. No joke, it is possible to make money in 4 different ways through real estate investing, which is why so many people have become millionaires through real estate alone. Some of these ways to generate income through real estate are actually very easy, while others actually require a little bit more work. But you need to realize that it's totally possible for all of you out there to actually utilize these methods and eventually get rich through real estate investing. So if you do enjoy this video, be sure to smash the like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe for more great content coming in the near future. So with that said, let's jump into these great avenues of making more money through real estate investing. Alright, so the first way to generate more wealth through real estate investing is through capital appreciation. Now, appreciation simply means that the value of something has increased over time. Thus, an item that you bought a long time ago might be worth more today than you originally bought it for. A simple example would be an old coin. In 1920, a Canadian penny might only be worth 1 cent, but today it's likely worth several dollars just because it's really old and rare. So it appreciated in value over time. Pretty simple concept. However, for real estate, this concept of appreciation can be divided even further into 2 subcategories, these being natural appreciation and forced appreciation. First of all, natural appreciation occurs through the natural tendency for prices of homes, apartments, commercial real estate, etc. to rise over time. Now, this natural appreciation of property values can be caused by several factors, including appreciation, population growth, and supply and demand, among others. The one thing you need to know, though, is that this natural appreciation is totally out of your control, meaning you cannot influence how much a property will or will not naturally appreciate over time. So as a real estate investor, this is not something that you want to rely on, especially in the short term. This is because property values can fluctuate up and down quite a bit due to smaller economic factors. However, we do know that over the long term, like 10, 20, or 30 plus years, property values will appreciate due to those larger economic factors like the ones I just mentioned. Alright, so the second form of appreciation in real estate is that known as forced appreciation. Now, in this scenario, you as the investor have full control to force the appreciation of the property value. But you might be wondering, how can you increase the value of a property? Well, there are many different ways, but it generally requires some form of work. For example, if you buy an old property with holes in the wall, stained carpets, and nasty bathrooms, it's probably not going to be worth that much relative to its peers on the market. But if you put in work and make some repairs to the house to make it livable again, you can actually increase the value of this property no problem. And in some cases, this can result in a profit, meaning that you created more value in the home than you paid for the improvements. So this is the essence of forced appreciation, and people who flip houses rely on this type of forced appreciation to actually make money. But again, as long-term investors, we should not be relying on this type of forced appreciation because the market can change the value of a home in a very short period of time. And the price of the property can still drop even though you're trying to add value through improvements. So in the rest of the video, I'll be discussing even better ways to generate wealth through real estate. So this next method of making money in real estate is through cash flow. Basically, this cash flow is the monthly rental income that you can receive by renting out a space within your investment property. Some might even call it the dividends of real estate because it's generally a very sustainable form of income that rises over time. And you're being paid consistently regardless of fluctuations in the value of the property. So this means you won't have to speculate or rely on the value of the property appreciating over time because you know that every single month you're going to be getting a fat paycheck from your tenants. Best of all, this cash flow can offset the cost of your mortgage or even provide a profit on top of all of the expenses that you have every single month. So essentially, in the best case scenario, you'd be able to live for free if you're living in the residence that you're renting out. And finally, rental rates generally increase over time at about the rate of inflation or higher. So just like dividends increase over time, your rental rates can increase at about a 2 to 3% rate every single year. This will effectively increase your rate of return on the investment every single year because your rental rate is increasing while the value of the property that you paid for stays constant. In my opinion, this would be the best way to generate wealth through real estate because it's both a secure and lucrative long-term option to make more money. Alright, so the third way to generate money through real estate is through principal paydown or equity generation. Now, if you own a property and you got a loan on this property, you might not have known, but the mortgage payments actually consist of 2 different parts. So the first part is the interest that you're paying the bank for them loaning you the money, while the second part is the principal payment, and this is paying down the value of the home in a small fraction. Principal paydown is a form of wealth generation because you're gaining more equity in the property as you're paying down that loan and owe the bank less money on the property. So every month you'll be slightly more rich just by making those mortgage payments and paying down the principal on your loan. It should also be noted that whenever you're paying down a loan, the first few payments within your loan will always be focused more on the interest portion than the principal portion. So for example, if you have a mortgage payment of about $2,000 per month, your interest portion might be $1,200 per month, while the principal paydown might only be $800 per month in the first few years. But over time, the principal portion of your mortgage payment will slowly start increasing, even though your total mortgage payment stays the same over time. And this means that as your loan matures, you're going to be making a lot more in equity than when you initially started paying the loan payments, which is great news for long-term real estate investors. To illustrate this more clearly in your mind, you might want to check out an amortization calculator online just to be able to visualize how your equity portion becomes more dominant as the loan matures. Finally, the last way to generate wealth through real estate is through tax saving. You need to realize that real estate is taxed significantly less than your 9-to-5 job paycheck, which makes it such a great way to generate additional income on the side. So there are two major tax benefits to investing in real estate, and the first is through capital gains tax. So you might be wondering, what is capital gains tax? For example, if your property value appreciates above the value that you bought it for, you can sell it for a profit, and that profit is only going to be taxed at half the rate of your normal income tax here in Canada. If you're living in the United States, you also gain a benefit, but I'm not sure about the specific rules. Now, the second way to save on taxes is through tax deductions. Now, if you own a rental property here in Canada, you can benefit by claiming tax deductions on many of your rental property expenses. Some examples of these expenses that you could claim is your property tax, your cost of heat, your cost of water, or even your mortgage interest payments every month, just to name a few. Overall, it's a really solid deal because if you were making the same amount of income from your rental properties as from your 9-to-5 job income, you would be saving a lot more after tax from your rental property income. Now, it should be added that the tax savings alone are not going to make you rich through real estate, but they will be the icing on top of all of the other ways that you can make money through real estate that I mentioned. Anyways, I hope you gathered a lot of valuable information on the many benefits of real estate investing through this video. So if you did enjoy or gain value from this video, be sure to smash the like button for me. And if you haven't already, you'll definitely want to subscribe for more content on personal finance, business, and investing in the future. Until next time.